More people are receiving the awful letters that their homeowners insurance is being non-renewed and they've got to search elsewhere. Is there anything that you can do to help prevent this from happening to you? I've got that and more coming up. My name's Mike Bernard. I'm the host of the Wise Money Show. I'm also one of the certified financial planners right here at Korhorn Financial Group. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and smash that thumbs up button. Golly, this has been just a trying time, challenging time in the home and auto insurance world. I've done a few videos on it. I'm going to keep you up to date and help you navigate this challenging time. You got to be working with your CFP who's looking at all 6 areas of your financial life, and they've got to be helping you and working with and collaborating with your independent insurance agent, because I've heard other financial professionals that have a following and whatnot saying, we're at a crisis level here with home and auto insurance. And with the recent CPI inflation data that came out about a week ago, insurance premiums increasing 22% over the past year. That's part of the CPI data. I wouldn't say that's an exaggeration to say that we are in a crisis. And what's worse than having your insurance premiums go up significantly more than inflation? Hearing from your insurance company that they're no longer going to offer you coverage. That's right. And unless you do something wrong, they can't cancel you right in the middle of your policy, but instead it's called being non-renewed. You get a letter a few months before your policy, your homeowner's policy, is going to renew. You get a letter from them saying, we're breaking up, saying when your current policy renews, we are not going to continue it. We're not going to, when your current policy matures, we're not going to renew it. Thank you for your business. You're going to need to find another insurance company. It just recently happened to some friends of mine, and very frustrating, and you feel dejected and you feel like you've done something wrong. And in these instances, you feel like, well, they've used this insurance company for their entire life. And so this is still a very uncommon thing, but it has been happening more due to the challenges with certain insurance companies in certain areas of the country, West Coast and Southeast, let's say, with a few companies that maybe are concentrated with clients in those areas where there have been higher claims, as well as significantly rising costs to cover houses, repair houses. Unfortunately, there isn't anything that you can do to fully avoid this. I do wonder in the future, once the insurance market gets healthy again, if there will be a solution to this where they offer longer policies, but that's not the environment we are in right now. So there isn't anything you can do to guarantee that this wouldn't happen to you, but what could you do to help avoid it, help prevent the chance and the risk that you would have receive a notice that your homeowner's insurance is being non-renewed? Well, a few things, let's go through them. First, and this one is gonna seem obvious, but with more and more payments being automated and so on, paying your insurance on time. Paying your insurance bill on time, especially when maybe if you paid off your mortgage or if you've moved recently, paying your insurance bill on time is critical. This is one of the reasons if you don't pay on time, then you'll get a notice. If you don't pay within that grace period, then your insurance could lapse. And this is one of the things that could have you stand out to your insurance company and could cause you to be non-renewed or lose your homeowner's insurance company coverage. You don't want to do that. So obviously, but pay your insurance on time. And if you say, well, of course I do, make sure you know, well, is there an automatic payment set up? Which bank is it going to draft from? If you are close to paying off your mortgage, or if you've recently paid off your mortgage, have you updated them to make sure that you get the bill and they don't send it directly to the escrow company, who the bank, who will say, we can't pay this anymore. So make sure you pay your insurance on time. That's number one. Number two, maintain your home. And you might also think, well, this is about as obvious as paying your bill. Yeah, but insurance companies are more picky these days. And you might say, what are you talking about? They want my business. Guys, this is a new world with home and auto insurance. Insurance companies are much more selective. Sure, they want you. if they want you and if they're taking new clients. If they are not, they want to make sure that they've got a good property that they are covering. So if the roof is old, if it's in disrepair, if the property falls in disrepair, they very easily could say, yeah, we're going to non-renew. This risk seems too great. The risk or chance of a fire or some other claim, it just seems too great. Now, you might say, I'm living in my house. I'm going to maintain it. Well, we see this more frequently with maybe a second home or when my folks passed away, we inherited the house and we've been renting it to someone else, and yeah, we just haven't been over there in a long time. The house has fallen into disrepair. So I just maintaining your house will also help reduce the risk of you getting non-renewed. Third thing you need to do is make sure you're updating your homeowner's insurance as you're making improvements to your home. One big thing here, guys, is roofs. Roofs are a big area where people make a lot of claims if there's hail or if there's damage or whatever. And so insurance companies more and more want to make sure that your roof has been, you've got a new roof on there or it's been updated or whatever within shorter and shorter time periods. I feel like when I started as a CFP back 20 years ago, it was, well, as long as your roof's, in the first, within 25 years old, then you're fine. And now they're more and more and more selective. So as you make updates or make improvements, add the pool or the deck or whatever, you're going to make sure that you update your policy so that your coverage maintains strong, it is fully protecting your home and the contents and all of that. So updating your insurance on a regular basis, that also helps prevent you from being non-renewed. Fourth, and we've talked about this, in this insurance climate, you want to make sure that you're not submitting too many small claims. And I understand this. I did a video on it. You're going to feel like, well, wait a second, I'm paying for insurance. If I have a claim, I want to use the insurance. I know, but I think we're in this time period where you're paying for insurance for the big risks, to cover the big risks that we hope would never happen. And therefore the small risk, all three of our kids play baseball and softball. And as the weather gets nicer up north, every day there is baseballs being thrown around inside the house. Yep, inside the house, or swinging bats inside the house. You come over and talk to them. You come over and tell them they can't do it. They listen to their mom. They don't listen to me so much. We actually had a kid let go of a baseball bat in the middle of our living room and missed the TV, thankfully, and smash into the wall right in between two windows. Well, listen, had it hit the TV, had it broken those windows, I wouldn't have been submitting the claim. I'm not even sure if there would have been coverage for that, but and I was right there. I was right there in the living room when this happened, guys. Just pray for me. But I wouldn't have been submitting that claim. That's a small claim. I need to make sure that I'm in good standing with my insurance, because if there's a fire or if there is a huge damage to the house that I haven't used the insurance too frequently and that I'm still in good standing, that helps you reduce the risk of being non-renewed. And then finally, fifth, staying in contact. I think for a few of these things, you could tie it back to, are you in regular contact with your independent insurance agent? You want to be working with an independent insurance agent who's representing you and has multiple companies to choose from. They're able to tell you, yes, this company is having a harder time in this market, and therefore we should steer you to this company. Or for your situation, you've been with this company for a long time, there's longevity discounts and longevity benefits that you get. You're in a good spot. There's a lower risk of you being non-renewed. They're also going to help you make sure that you stay current on where is the insurance bill coming and so on. Make sure that your homeowner's coverage stays up to date. So really the fifth thing that you should do is really the first and sort of like this overarching, and that is make sure that you're working with your certified financial planner, and they're working with and collaborating with you and your insurance agent, your independent insurance agent. So that's your action item. Do those 5 things, work with your CFP, work with your independent insurance agent, help navigate this challenging home and auto insurance environment that we're in for as long as we're in it. If you don't have a CFP on your team, you can contact one on my team. Find us online, Korhorn.com. That's Korhorn with K, wisemoneyshow.com. You can find us there as well, or give us a call, 574-247-5898. All right, there you have it. Go out and take your next wise step in your financial life.